Welcome to my channel. My name is Bergfinn, and we are taking a look at Endless Space 2. A couple disclaimers up front, a couple of little bits of information about how I'm going to do this series, and what kind of parts this series will be a part. Because it is going to be somewhat of a new thing for me. I want to try and do it slightly different than I'm usually planning on doing these kind of things. First disclaimer up front, which is very important. Initially, I was approached by a guy called Andy from this website, the Gamers Entertainment Network, about covering Endless Space for them. And he gave me a key, and he was like, alright, whatever format you want to go to, just do it. Do a full Let's Play if you want to, that sort of thing. So for them, I'm going to do that. I'll link their website in the description below. Just so we're clear, I did receive the key from Andy from the Gamers Entertainment Network. So just ahead of time. Right. Jumping into the game. Later this week there will be a full sort of introductory video into Endless Space 2. We'll talk about the interface, the options, what kind of races you can play, what kind of options you have in creating a new game, and all that. For now, I will just jump right into a game. And my idea is that we'll play the first 100 turns of every one of these that are available. And I'll probably be starting with the Lumeris. Because they're generally a very interesting mechanic to them. The same could be said about the Vojani, which I'm really liking as well as an interesting mechanic into the actual game. I may even end up doing a full Let's Play of the Vojani later on when the game gets out of early access. For now though, I'm gonna jump into the Lumeris for the first 100 turns, and it's a bit of an experiment for me. I have not been able to time how long the first 100 turns of an empire takes. I'm expecting it to take anywhere from 2 hours to 3 hours, in which case we'll do 5 episodes and call it quits. And if it takes less, then we'll do 4 episodes and call it. The basic idea is that in the next couple weeks I want to introduce you into as many of these species and these races as I can, in order to give you a broad idea of what the game is all about. And to give you an idea of what kind of different mechanics you can expect. Which races have their interesting quirks, and which one is the best for you to go and try and play. So, jumping right in, I guess. The Lumeris. And this is the basics creation thing. I'll be going into a spiral galaxy because it's pretty neat. I'll be having 5 or 6. Let's do 6. Let's make sure they're all different. Yes, they are. Good. I'll be going normal speed. I was doing an endless speed earlier just to figure out what the hell is going on. And let me actually change this back on. Let's enable pilots. Yes, we'll have pilots. No, we'll have pirates. And we'll have all the victory conditions on. Just to give you a full idea of what the hell is going on and why it is going on. No turn timers. I hate turn timers. Unique randomness. Minor factions. Let's keep them normal. Keep them normal. And this is pretty good. Although, do normal as well. Normal. Galaxy density, so you have a few more worlds. Put it on high. Could be fun. Alright, so there's going to be an introduction video after this loading screen, so I'm probably just going to shut up while it does its thing. And that will introduce you into the race, into the species. Oh. Well, apparently my mute button does that. I can show you something else interesting. So, to give you an idea, if you ever... Whoa. Alright. Game, I guess. There's a beautiful loading screen, by the way, if it lets you see it. Doesn't look like it is. That's a bummer. Oh no, there it is. Look at that loading screen. Isn't that beautiful? All the ships are in there and like their base models and stuff. But to give you an idea, everything is still here. Everything we just did, still here. So if you ever want to just go in and say, alright, I just finicky. You want to have a quick start? Most recent game settings? You can do it. There you go. Most recent game settings. It's really interesting. It's one of the first games I've actually seen to do it, but I'll shut up now.
Sure. The families have disagreements.
That's why we have codes.
To work together. You don't steal the fish from somebody else's plate.
The second he walked in, I knew the kid was different. He'd take risks. Break the rules that tied my hands. But he ignores the codes. Goes overboard.
And dust, powerful stuff.
No personal use.
So we collect it, invest it.
And he misuses dust.
Complaints get handled here.
Not in back alleys.
Applies, shall we say, unnecessary force. Maybe he knows dust, but I know the families. And I need both of those to take the galaxy.
Right, introduction your videos into every species. It's really quite something. So this is the galaxy. You jump in. It's an amazing piece of artwork. It actually translates into the actual way all the systems are laid out, which is kind of interesting. We have pirates this time. Not entirely happy about that. But let me show you something in that. Start off, and this is something I do every time, I can launch probes. So let's launch a probe in every direction that we can travel. And we have a couple left, if I'm not mistaken. So let's fill some of the gaps. Oh, we have one more. Very nice. Alright, so these probes will go out in every direction for roughly 5 turns. And they'll just explore things. It basically makes sure that you don't have to move your fleets too often in the beginning of the game. So, let's jump straight in. I'll take care of that one in a bit. I like to start off with a cerebral reality and then a drone network. Followed with more scouts, more caravels. Not quite yet though, because it takes a couple turns. So let's see what we can research. Welcome to the research screen. It's very reminiscent of Endless Space 1 and other Endless games. Endless Legends uses a different kind of system. But what it does borrow from with Endless Legends is that it uses these discs. See, these are eras of sorts. Very interesting, and you unlock them by doing more research, etc. So let's actually start off by doing some of this so we can get into some better weapons. And then I would like to go into there to get better research. So if we get better research, we can get going a lot quicker. Then I find it very important to pick up infinite supermarkets. And infinite supermarkets gives you happiness, or should I say approval, plus 20 approval on your planet, which roughly equates to happiness. And then I find it very important to get some food going. And what is very important with the Lumeris is to get, because it's a very economy-based species, get collected commodities, and down, which gives me more dust. You give me more dust. So initially, that's my first 9 researches just queued up, ready to go. I will probably, if this one and this one finish, I'll probably get one of these and sneak him in as a third. I think I can. Right? No. Alright, so let's ignore that. Let's do those first. Sneak one in of these as a third. Then go down the beaten path. Supposed to. Yeah, you can like see what is what, you know. Pretty interesting stuff. One thing I will say about Endless Space, and about all the Endless games actually, is their user interface. It is very good. As in, very good. Alright, one more thing we need to do initially, and that is assign our hero, which we will assign at our planet. Give it a couple boosts in forms of production and that sort of thing. And so that it can start gaining experience. Can we do any of this yet? Nope. This is the political system that you have underneath, which pretty much talks about so to break it down for you, this is actually a pretty good breakdown. You have a population, and your population has a certain beliefs, certain political beliefs, and you can unlock different parties. For instance, we now have the pacifist and the militarist party, but if we go into here, you can see there's industrialists, scientists, ecologists, and religious groups as well. And they're all paired with their own events and their own little bonuses and boosts and that sort of thing. And you can have laws. And these laws give you certain boosts and certain bonuses to different kind of things as well. So they're basically just ways to modify your species inside the game, outside of the normal modifiers you get already from being a certain. Not found a way to unlock these 4 lost slots yet though, which is kind of unfortunate, but it could be a thing of early access. I don't know. So, and this is also something interesting. It's a overlay of sorts. There you can see what kind of economy you have, what you produce system-wide, that sort of thing, right off the bat. There's also a screen for in here. There you go. Very nice. You can see immediately what the main production focuses are, and where most of the population is. Very interesting. So, first turn. Oh, it only took 13 minutes. Oh, God. So, we are going up. You see. First time you go into a planet. Very nice. Send colony ships. Buy them. You spend dust, get your colonies. So, I think this is the first colony in the game. I don't think there's anyone quicker than this out there right now. Oh, and an empire. Kinda limited. We only have one colony that we can do right at the bat, which isn't bad. Not bad at all. Alright. This is also something that your scouts can do. Right? More dust. They can do these... wow. They can research anomalies of sorts. They can send probes to them. And they take out of the same kind of pool as this one. They're the same pool. So you can see it's very, very, very unclear in the bottom there. It's 1 out of 8. That says 1 out of 8 as well. They recharge if you're stationary. They recharge over time. Give you some explanation about the academy power. There's an academy somewhere in the galaxy, somewhere, and it levels up. as it levels up, oh, we found the United Empire. As it levels up, you get the option to get better heroes. Unlike Endless Space 1, oh, and I'll talk about this in a second. Unlike Endless Space 1, you cannot just buy heroes willy-nilly. You have to wait until they get unlocked. So, for instance, we're 22% into unlocking the next one, and the probability of you cannot just buy them. You can. You have to unlock that first. So I think it's part of the it's part of the economic system, and in the marketplace you can buy thanks. Ooh, we've got a luxury resource, Justicious Trees. Oh, and this is one of the events. As your fleet, blah blah blah. And Hyperion and Titanium, which is also a strategic resource. Okay, cool. And I'll probably launch my second set of probes from Galtor. This is a subplot that happens in my species has one of these. So you start and you get this amazing story. Let's go into this. I chewed Arden out after that fiasco. He managed to upset all 3 of the other families. Not to mention a few be then, do what you gotta do and don't get caught. Brash is good, but brash and canny is better. As the current head of the families, I wanted to keep the others off balance, not start a war. I'll be back, one by one, to do business with us. New business. What do you know? First was... oh yeah, what do you know? First was Oros. Orecchio. She pointed a limb towards the sky and said, up there. We're going up there. Built there. No zoning laws. No building chaos. Yerkaio. Get her. She led Iraio for Barda. Strode in. Worth 3 trillion Sakan, but looking like his clothes cost 10. No, Detrius, here's the deal. There's cheap labor out there, and no workplace safety hassles and whiny environmental regulations. The Omakar can develop services to their whale gods. Jordan order to squid. You know what you need, but I'll tell you anyway. Exploration. Ships, you say? Who do I go to? Yeah, that's right. Lancelum. Us. Colonies and outposts mean trade, travel, ships. Do this thing. Pointed out the window. Boom! Ardena mulled. Doesn't matter, he said. This is just the start of the game. We can pick and choose.